Hey guys, welcome back to Mitsa Creek Farm. It's rainy and drizzly today, and so I am not going to be working outside very much, but I am going to be working here in the high tunnel. I have a few projects to do. The big one is putting in a new drip irrigation system here in the high tunnel. In the past, I've used drip tape, which has worked great because all of my tomatoes and produce was all in individual rows, and so I could just plant the tomatoes right next to the drip tape and have it be watered. And this year I am doing a potager garden. It's like a kitchen garden where it has a whole bunch of things densely planted in a small area. And so you can see behind me, things are getting a little jungle-like, so I need to come in here, prune and weed a little bit, and then I'm going to be installing a different type of drip irrigation that will cover the whole beds instead of just individual plants or an individual row of plants, so that things like carrots, beans, tomatoes, everything that's all in these beds will get evenly watered. It is time to get going on the drip irrigation. So for the drip irrigation kit, I ordered one off of Amazon because I thought if I'm trying it out, I might as well, instead of trying to piece it together, just order the kit. And I wanted something that would be linkable or clickable for you guys so you could see what I'm doing. So that is in the description below. And I wanted something that would be far enough that I could get with the main line from the faucet, or almost from the faucet in here down to my beds, and then would allow me to run the lines off of the beds. So this is the kit I bought, and I will put a link right here for it as well. It includes 33 feet of main line, which is 5/16, 197 feet of 1/4 inch drip line, which is kind of funny because when I'm doing my other drip tape and stuff, my main line is 3/4 inch and my drip line is 1/2 inch, so it's quite a bit smaller. 8 quick connect tees, 2 5/16 tees, 10 1/4 inch end plugs, so that would be for the end of the drip line, a faucet connector, 2 5/16 end plugs, so that would be for the main line here, and 8 of a 4-way quick coupler, 16 blue misting nozzles, 12 drip emitter vortex, 12 drip emitter stream, and 10 nylon zip ties. I'll be honest, I placed this order a couple weeks ago and it's been sitting here since, so I kind of don't remember what my plan was for this, so I'm just going to open it up and get it figured out. So we have the directions and the zip ties. I have no clue what the zip ties are for. Then we have the tees for the main line. Those look like tees for the small tubing, like the drip tubing, yeah. And then we have some drip emitters, and those are some end plugs. And these look like they are another type of drip emitter, maybe the spray ones. And then this is the main line, and this is the drip tubing, the smaller of them. And then more parts, look like some tees and some couplers for the main line, and then some more drip emitters. So I'm just going to get going and get this started. I'm laying out the main line, super easy. I don't want to make any major cuts, so I'm doing it kind of long because I want to make sure that it all fits. I'd rather have it too long than too short. So, and then I'm putting an end. So now I'm going to cut and have it so that I can put in my first kind of tee for the drip tubing. And so this adapter here essentially makes it so that the main tubing has 4 small pieces going up. This is super easy. This is kind of how my drip tape is set up, and my mum watering system and everything is set up. The tubing on here is a lot more flexible and a lot easier to put in. And this is pretty cut and dried because all the pieces are here that we need to have here. And then, so now I'm just going to do that for every single bed, and I'm just going to run the smaller drip off of each one. Man, the rain is really coming down, but I got the drip systems all set up. The main line runs along these beds. Nope, those beds right there. And I've got 2 lines coming off over there, and then 2 lines coming off over here. One of the 2 lines has a T in it, so I actually have 3 little misters in each bed on this side and 2 on this side. Theoretically, it should work if everything in their directions is accurate. Let me show you how I put the end on this and set up my strawberry and my blackberry bed. Okay, so I did the 4 splitter. These are little plugs that came with it. I thought these plugs fit in one of these. Turns out they fit right in those. So I essentially have it teed off. They don't have a tee just for this. So that's why this is the way it is. And then I cut a piece of the main line tubing and put a plug in that. And then I put a mister over here for my blackberries. And then I did a tee with 2 misters in here for my strawberries and asparagus. So now we will see if my $40 or $30, whatever it was worth it. This is what makes me nervous. But if this works, it's going to work out really well for this area here in the high tunnel. And if it doesn't work, then I learned by user error. These are other drippers. And I don't know. That's better. I think the cow water is probably running. I'm going to check and see if the cow water is on. If it is, that explains why there's not much pressure down here. And there we go. It is working exactly how it should be. My water spigot wasn't turned on all the way. Simple solution. But it is definitely working how it is recommended. So now I need to go in and adjust all of these so that I am watering the beds and not everything else. But that is definitely well worth the money that I invested in this. And I can't wait to play with it a little bit and get it tweaked so that it works for exactly what I need it to work for. That is it for today's video. Thanks for tuning in. I'll see you guys next time.